Hello everyone, what's happening? I hope that you are all good. I hope you are safe and happy Heritage Day if you are in South Africa. My name is Siviwe, I'm a software engineer, and in this YouTube channel, I focus on building Android native apps using Jetpack Compose. If that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing. Or if you someday want to become an Android app developer, please do subscribe. In this video, we will be building this component here, this tweet component. And before you watch this video, make sure that you go back to my previous video, watch that video on rows, columns, and lazy columns, because in that video I explain how to create a user interface. Like I said, in Jetpack Compose, everything, the user interface is built using rows and columns. So that's how you layer your user interface. And you need to go back and watch that video if you didn't watch it. Yeah, because we're going to be using a lot of rows and columns in this video. So let me show you the end product. Let me just so this is it here. The icons are not the same. It's not exactly the same, but it is close. It is close. So if you watch this video till the end, you will be able to build this user interface here using Jetpack Compose. Right, so yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so you need to open Android Studio, the latest version. I think it's Arctic, yeah, and then create an empty composable activity. When you choose the project, make sure that you choose empty compose activity, and then come to the build.gradle file, the app level 1, open it and add these two dependencies. So Coil will use Coil to display remote images from the internet, and then these are just extra icons. And then come to the app.manifest, the Android manifest file. Make sure that you add this permission because we're going to be loading images from the internet. And then I've created two packages here. I've created a data and a model package. Inside the data package, I've got let me just first open the model package. So I've got a representation of a tweet. So a tweet will have, of course, a user of type user, which is this here. I'm going to open it in a sec. And then a tweet may have an image. So this will let us know if the tweet is an image or not. And then the image URL, make sure that it's nullable, because some tweets won't have images. Yeah, and then we've got all these properties here. And then inside the user will have a profile picture, a name, and a username. That's it. So this is what you need to add. And inside of the data package, I've added this object here called mock data, and I've added a list of tweets. So this is just, for now, I've only got one tweet here, but we'll add more later. Yeah, this is the tweets. This is the user that created the tweets. This is me, and this is the profile picture of the user. This tweet has an image. This is the image URL, and this is the actual tweet here. So let's go ahead and create our first composable. So the first thing that we want to create is let me bring my phone back. We want to create just a structure, as you see here. So the way that I'm going to structure this is we've got two columns. One column that will hold the image, and another one that will hold this entire content here. And inside of this column, we've got this row, we've got this row. Yeah, I don't think we need to put this in a row because it's already inside a column. These the details of the tweet itself and the image, they're all inside of a column, so they're gonna be stacked on top of each other. So I don't think we need another row, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, let's go ahead and create the tweet composable. So I'm gonna create it right here at the bottom. To create a composable, you need to annotate a function with this thing here called composable. And make sure that if you get a red line, just make sure that you import. Let me just show you all my imports first. So these, okay, let me just, so that you know how to import these things, I'm just gonna remove every import, and hopefully I'll get the same errors as y'all, and I'll show you how to import stuff. So this is a tweet, and each tweet composable will take a tweet, so we'll pass that in the parameter, in the params. And then first, so we need to import the tweet. So it's gonna be one big row, right? And then those two columns are gonna be inside this one big row. And I'm doing this because I want the composable to take up the entire width. And also I'm putting this, I'm wrapping everything inside a row because I want those two columns to be rendered from left to right and not from top to bottom. And I explained this in the previous video. Just go back and watch the previous video and you'll know how rows and columns work. So this is going to be a row of columns, so we need two columns inside. So we need the first column from compose, and this is the column that will hold the profile picture. And now we need a second column that will hold the tweet itself. So need to import row from compose, import, yes, this one. And then I'll pass a modifier to make sure that this row takes up the entire width of the screen, full max width. And then let's do the column. So we have got an image, and the painter, we will use coil for that. So coil comes with this function, remember, coil painter. And then we need to import, did I call the right one? Remember coil painter. It takes in a request. Let me just make sure that I've got the right one. Remember this one, coil painter. And then the request is the URL to the image. So it will come from tweet.user. This is the profile picture dot profile pic. Let's put everything in one line. In the description, I'm just gonna call it profile pic. Alright, so we've got the profile picture in now. We need to use the modifier to make sure that it's round. We need to set the size and we need to crop it. So we can use the modifier for that. .dp. We need to import dp. And then we also need to clip it to make sure that it is a circle shape. And then we need to set the content scale to crop. And that's it for the profile picture. Now moving on to this part here. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this section here. Okay, so second column now. I'm gonna put that in a row. And I'm gonna set the modifier to fill the max. Sorry, needs to go in here. Setting the modifier to fill the maximum width. And I'm gonna add a bit of padding. Padding is going to be 8 dp. And then inside of this row, let me think. Do we need a column? No, we don't. Yeah, let's think we do need one. Okay, then I'm gonna add another column inside of this row. Add a row. We actually don't need this column, so I'm gonna remove it. Right, let's add a text, and this will be tweets.user.name. So because this is a row, everything is going to be from left to right. So the next composable I put inside of this row is going to be to the right of this composable. Okay. So this will display the name of the user, and then I want to add some style here to the text style, and I want to change a couple of things. First of all, I want to change the color to black. And the font weight to bold. And lastly, I want to change the font size to 16 SP. And SP is a unit used for text. Okay, so we are almost there. We need another text composable that will show the username, and this needs to be gray. And don't need this. And we do not need this as well. Lastly, we need another composable that will show the date. So the date is not under user, it's under tweet, and it needs to be gray as well. So to display this tweet here, we will use a lazy column, and I'm going to create a separate composable called tweet list that will render a list of tweets. So add composable, and this one will take a list of tweets. It's going to be list. So a lazy column works exactly like a recycler view, except that it's much better working with lazy columns than working with recycler views. If you know what a recycler view, you know how much of a pain it was to get that to work. So yeah, let's go ahead and use this composable. It's called a lazy column. Inside of this lambda, it will take items, and this items will take a list, the size of the list that we want to render, and that list is tweets dot, and the size is this here, tweets dot size. And then inside here, it will render whatever we want to render as many times as this here. So I want to get the index. Then for each iteration, I want to render a tweet, this tweet composable. And then remember, it takes one tweet. And this will come from here. Alright, so now we need to come inside of here, render this, and pass a list of tweets. So remember, we've got this here. This is our list of tweets. We need to get it to this tweet list composable. So list of tweets is going to be equal to mock data. Once we've got that, then we can render our tweet list and we pass our tweets. I'm gonna go ahead and run. I'm gonna run the app. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Okay, we are almost there. Almost. Wait, something is wrong. we've only got one tweet. I wonder why it's showing many tweets. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think it's because it's a cache thing. I think it's a cache thing, but let me just go ahead and finish building these components, and then I'm gonna clear the cache of the app and rerun the app. Otherwise, we should only be seeing this one section here. Yeah, we should only be seeing this one section here. I think it's a cache issue. Okay, let's me go ahead and finish building this here. So we've got this row that shows the details of the user. So we need another, we actually don't need another row. We might need a spacer though. Spacer. So now I'm outside of the row but inside of a column, meaning this will be placed beneath this entire row. Anything that I put here will be placed beneath this entire row. So yeah, I'm gonna use this spacer to add some space. It's modifier.height. Let's put 5 dp. Then we need another composable for displaying the content of the tweet. Tweets.text. Now we should be seeing the text. Let me hit play. Now we are seeing the text here. We just need to apply a bit of padding. Yeah, we're gonna fix that in a minute. Okay, so in this entire column here, you see this padding is only applied to the row, to this row here, but we should be applying it to the entire column, right? So if we add this modifier here, everything in this column will have the same padding. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm gonna cut it from here. And add it here. Let me rerun the app and see how it looks. Yep, looking good. Okay, so now we need to add the icons. Oh, sorry, before the icons, we need to check if the tweet has an image or not. And if it has an image, we need to display that image. So below the text, we need just an F block, say tweet dot has image. And this is the beauty of Compose. Like, the logic specific to the user interface is in the same file. It will be really hard to do this with XML. So this is why I really love Jetpack Compose. Right, so we need tweet dot check the image URL if it exists. use the LEDs here, and then let's add a bit of spacer, just some space between the tweet and the image. So use the modifier, then we display the image, and again we're gonna use coil, we can use it here because this it is gonna be the URL to the image. Oh, let me just make this now the content description. Okay, so we need to add some styling to the image now. Remember, we need to add round corners to it. And yeah, let's go ahead and add that. First of all, modifier is equals to the modifier for max width. That's number one. Make sure it takes up the entire width. Then we clip it, and the shape of it is gonna be rounded corner shape, and it takes a dp. Let's add 10 dp for that. So now if the tweet has an image, it will show an image. The last thing that we need to add are the icons. So outside of this row, still in a column, we're adding an image here. Let's add another row, and we need to add this row because these columns are in a row, and into this row composable we need to pass this setting here, horizontal arrangement dot space between. So make sure that the icons have got equal spaces in between of them. Then we need to use the modifier to make this row take up the entire width of the screen. Fill max width. Now we can go ahead and add our icons here. So these icons need to be clickable, so we're gonna wrap them with the icon button composable. Inside of the icon button, we add the icon, and then takes an image vector, icons dot outlined dot comment. So you won't have this icon here if you don't have this here. So you need to add this dependency to get extra icons. The description, content description, just gonna leave that as null. Modifier, the size of the icon is gonna be 18 dp. Then the color, which is called tint, is gonna be, sorry, not this one, but this one. light gray. And copy this, paste it 4 times. Then I didn't find a retweet icon, so I used this one, refresh. And for the like, favorites. Then for the share, it's just share. Replay that, open my phone, and I hope this works. And it works. We just need a divider here. So inside of our tweet list composable, this here, I'll add small spacer, height, let's do 2 dp. Then another composable called divider. And this divider takes a color, takes a thickness. Okay, I want the color to be light gray. No, it's color is equals to color light gray, and then the thickness is going to be 0.4 dp. Rerun that. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see it here on video, but I'll let you know if it's showing. Yeah, it is showing, but Kanye West is sticking. What if we add another spacer on top? This might not be the ideal way to do it, but it should work. Should do the trick for now. Okay, it's working. It is working. Yep. Not sure if you can see it, but it is working. So one thing that you might want to do here is you need to check if the index is not equal to 0. So if this is not the first tweet, then you can show this. You can have this spacer here. No, not. This is not what I want to do. The divider. Okay, you know what? Let's just leave it like this. And let's just not complicate things. What I wanted to show you all was how to create this user interface, and looks like we did create it. It's done, it's working. Okay, so let me have a look here. we've only got one tweet, but we see a list of tweets. I think it's a caching issue. So I'm gonna go to settings on my phone. I'm gonna go to settings, apps, find the app, and then I'm gonna clear cache and memory, and come back. Okay, so I've done that, and yeah, we've only got one tweet. So the issue was really just a caching issue. Yeah, so that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button and comment down below and let me know which user interface do you want me to build next. We'll see you in the next video.